welcome to the Control Loop, where we are decoding the future of autonomous intelligence. I'm Dariia, co-founder of EternaX, and I'm joined here by my co-founder Parthh. And today we're going to be diving into backstory of EternaX, what exists, how it came to life, and what it unlocks for the future. So Parthh, why would we build a new layer one in 2025? Isn't the market saturated?
Yeah, of course. Market is saturated. It's saturated for L1s for humans. But what I can tell you is Gartner has, in their report, they have said that 70% of the enterprise decisioning will be made by autonomous agents by 2030. AI inference volume for 2025 is 26 trillion. So even if 1.1% of that touches the blockchain, that is 26 billion on-chain events, which is 3x of the total transaction volume in 2024. No one was building for agents and the capital stack for those agents. So we are. I have a question for you, Daria. From your early prototyping of agent workflows, what are the core problems you came across?
Yeah, I have been trying for a while to kind of achieve this thing of like digital autonomous entities that can just like do things for you where you don't have to be online all day, every day. And there has been several things that have been problematic. There is, you can get some verifiable compute in one place. There is no long-term memory in different place. There is no way to discover agents. There is no way to identify them. AI is kind of closed into API loops and you need like 10 API keys. There's nothing in Web3 that's like cognition aware in terms of infrastructure. So we had so far an amazing growth on like neural capabilities with all these models that's coming out. Grok 4 is incredible with tools, but all the Web3 agents are just using a wallet and they are not really using their intelligence to perform any actions on Web3. So how did it land for this new design paradigm? Do you want to educate our listeners?
Yeah, it was a long 72-hour sprint. That is exactly 3 days that we both spent together. And the main question is for us was, what if blockchain wasn't built for people, but built for autonomous agents? That kind of magic that shifted everything for us. We began thinking from the first principle basis, autonomy, trustless coordination, machine price, resources. That insight unlocked the new L1 design space for us. That was a real kicker for us, and that's kind of framed our entire design and our entire thinking from the first principle basis for those things. That was really enlightening, and those were long hours for us. We spending those hours, brainstorming, and we had a lot of things to think about. But yeah, Daria, it would be good for our listeners to know, what our stack is and what makes us different, technically.
Yeah, sure. I think one of the major things that we have used in approach to like building and architecting this whole thing, and it has also been with the word of our scientific advisor that you're gonna hear from in the next episode, Dr. Chen Feng. But it's basically every node gonna do one thing and do it well. So we have three different layers for three different things that the agent needs. The major one is the cognition layer, supported by neural nodes that are for private and verifiable inference that do compute based on T's. We have context nodes, which is kind of the data layer, the content layer for long-term memory of agents and all the information that they need to actually act. And then we have obviously consensus layer that needs to support, EVM execution. We're EVM compatible as well. It needs to know who has his many tokens and so on and so forth. So just like normal, usual consensus. All of the inferences are secured by trusted execution environments. And with all of that, we can support agentic triggered contracts and agents that are contracts themselves. We can support dynamic intents. We can support full autonomy as a primitive. There's a lot of it stemming from just such a simple architecture. It's really amazing. On top of all of it sits, as you can abstractly imagine, an economic layer, where we have two different tokens. One of them is ETX, which is a native token that's tradable. It's used for gas staking, for rewards to agents and to node runners. And the second token is AIC, kind of like AI credit, which is not tradable. It is burned for compute and storage and mostly used to pay for inferences for agents so that agents can have very stable and very predictable cost of inferences, which is really crucial for like long-term stability of the system. So this model syncs token demand directly with compute demand, and so it's pure utility. Can you parse, maybe walk us why would anyone operate in this system?
Well, this is one brilliant question, Daria, because this has, everybody has been asking blockchain why there is no revenue generation. But this blockchain, it is revenue generating blockchain. The focus is revenue. The focus is user first. So why you should run on us is basically very simple. Every inference, every coordination burns AIC. AIC, as has been described above, it is a compute and storage credit. That's value captured by the node operators. Think something like a decentralized AWS metering with 1.2 autonomous scripts which are expected by 2026, which is coming from different projects which is out there by Repli, Lovable, A16Z projections and stuff like that. There is a $500 billion addressable market for this thing, and with a modest 2% platform take rate, the market of $500 billion is huge. So the opportunity is massive, and I think this is what combines real compute with real value and real return. So everything has been very, very designed for revenue generation and user first approach.
Right, and also ETX is like a settlement layer between all the agents, and so rewards that they take from the protocol are programmable, they are sustainable, and well, they are aligned with long-term vision of actually providing activity on the platform.
True, true. This is absolutely true, Daria. And what we have been introducing to our users and the stakeholders about Dr. Cheng, we would you just help us understand why we brought in Dr. Chen Feng for the project?
Right, I am so glad he actually joined us. I've already known him for several years, and he has always helped me put real rigorous scientific foundation under my ideas and challenge me on other things. And he is really one of the few researchers that are globally like focused and recognized for multi-agent verification, secure compute, decentralized systems, and all of the coordination in decentralized system tailored to like cognition and consensus, which is like perfect for what we do. Dr. Chen Feng is a principal research chair at University of British Columbia, and he co-leads blockchain at UBC. He is like, I think, over 2,000 citations in topics of like trusted compute and topics of coordination. And he was most importantly understood what we were building. He understood that we weren't building just another infra, that we were building something that doesn't exist yet. We're building a verifiable cognition layer. And well, he knows how to work with it, and he can help us achieve this vision in the most secure and the most trustless level.
Yeah, I'm truly glad that he joined us, and I could see the flare in his eyes when and his eyes lit up when we told him about the idea, and he was really glad to jump in on this and provide the necessary support. So this is amazing for us, and the next for our users who are for the listeners, the next podcast is going to be with Dr. Chen. So just look out for that. What is the macro mission behind this, Daria? Behind EternaX? What do you believe is the macro mission for us?
Um, what I believe is giving these digital entities, agents, autonomy. And to give them autonomy, you have to build the base protocol for agentic capital to let them have resources, to let them manage resources, to let them earn resources, transact resources, and all of that. And I believe that this should be largely invisible to the user. Just like today we have TCP/IP, HTTPS, it's all abstracted away from the user, but it is powering the whole internet. So at EternaX, we abstract intent and we abstract autonomy. We let the agents coordinate their capital, coordinate compute, earn their reputation, and all of it trustlessly.
Yeah, this makes complete sense. And you know, from the business point of view, if you see the TAM of the agent economy is $22 trillion. Even if 1% of the AI inferences become, autonomous financial actions, we are talking about hundreds of billions in recurring coordination volume. And this is where, for what we are building to capture. So we are, just not building atop it. We are underwriting it in terms of the finances. But so yeah, Daria, any final messages for the listeners?
Well, I guess my final message would be that the agent economy isn't like just coming, we're already building it, and it's going to compound little by little with all the things, iteratively building more and more people joining, and we are building the rails for it to run on. Any other words from you, Pars?
Yeah, I mean the autonomous agents, like, you are already seeing swaps, treasury management, prediction markets already running in the human native world, but the world is going to be autonomous agent native world, and that is where we will come in, and yeah, I think the future is not far off. We see it in 2026. So yeah, good luck for that, Daria.
Yeah, and thank you everybody for listening, and stay tuned for the second episode. We're going to introduce you to Dr. Chen Feng.